Hello, all Aries, Sun, Moon, and Risings. Welcome to your Heruscope for this Cancer season, which is from June 21st to July 22nd of this year, 2018. So, I'm only doing the cardinal signs for this Cancer season. Cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, with two bonus videos for Virgo and Leo. So if you don't see any of your, let's just say, moon or rising signs, or even if you are a different sun sign and you don't see it listed or hear it listed rather, you are more than welcome to leave a comment below, letting me know what your sun, moon, and risings are, and then I will do it. I will honor your comment, and I will do your horoscopes, your videos for next season, which is Leo season. So, anyhow, um, for this Cancer season, the sun, of course, will be in Cancer all season. We will have a full moon in Capricorn on June the 27th and a new moon in Cancer on July the 12th. Mercury is in Cancer and will be transiting into Leo on June the 29th. Mars is in Aquarius and it will go retrograde on the 26th of June. Venus is currently in your sign of Leo and will be moving into Virgo on July the 9th. Jupiter is in Scorpio, it's retrograde. Saturn is in Capricorn, it's also retrograde. Uranus is in Taurus, it will not be retrograding until later this year. Neptune is in Pisces, it's retrograde. And Pluto is in Capricorn, it is also retrograde. So we have a lot of planets on the outer rungs that are retrograde, and that really makes us want to focus in on the inner planets and what they are doing, what's the motion, what's the movement, because those other planets are really telling us, okay, these things are slowing down so that we can truly focus in on what needs to be what needs to remain in our lives and what needs to go, what's not serving us any longer, and giving us the power and the vitality to do it, to move forward, to push forward, to receive that healing, and to do all the releasing that we need to release, as well as to receive unconditional love in its various forms, which is what we've been missing out on for quite a while. So, anyhow, for you, Aries, when I was meditating, the thing that came to my mind was we are like trees. We never stop growing. Even if you cut a tree down, you literally will have to remove its roots in order for it to stop growing. Long as there's roots still implanted, a tree will continue to grow. It takes a long time. Some trees move faster than others, but it is still possible. And no matter what you've been through, all the things that you have been through, you have the capability to spring forth with new life. We hold on to our roots and the things that we went through in the past because it made us stronger. It makes us be able to find that groundedness and that stability so that we can be able to start anew and refreshed, but still holding on to some strong things that kept us through it all. And that's our roots. And for you, Aries, your brain has been in overdrive and you need some mental rest. This is a great time to release all of the burdens on your mind and enjoy some time with your friends and family. You're healing from the past, you're looking at where you were and how far you've come and how much you've grown and achieved throughout all these times for about 6 years now. So be proud of yourself and make sure to celebrate. You're releasing past partners, past things. So to welcome in a new and refreshing friendship and true love, true unconditional love, people who are loyal and emotionally available for you and, offer you that warm, just warm hearted comfort that you've been seeking. because you maybe feel like you've been giving it and not receiving it. Well, during this season, you're actually going to receive a lot of, the payback for what you've been giving. So if you've been giving all of that, you're going to receive it all back. And if you've been giving something different, well, you're going to receive that back. So it's a lot of payback. So hopefully you've been sending out some great positive energy. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into your tarot, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and see what's going on, what Spirit has for you, and the messages they have for you. All right, let's get into it. All right, so the first deck, or the first grouping under the clear quartz, for your challenge or your obstacle for this Cancer season, all you Aries, Sun, Moons, and Risings out there, you've got the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles. So right away, this is telling me that you may be rushing to get things in order when you really should stop and reflect and think back on something. And when you do this, you won't end up brushing over the finer details, and you may miss an opportunity, or you may miss the actual point of the matter at hand. So it's a matter of taking your time and really, scoping out what's really happening and not rushing to anything. It's the little things that are messing you up. It's the little things that are, messing up your bigger picture. It's time to get rid of those smaller rocks, because you can trip over those just as well as you can trip over the bigger rocks. In fact, it's the little ones that usually get us really bad, is because we weren't expecting them. We weren't really looking down for them. As in a big rock, you can kind of see it coming and, avoid it. So some of you out there were trying to do some magic, trying to work some magic, and it didn't manifest the way you wanted. So in that case, trace over your steps to see where you missed the mark, and then you will see why your spell didn't work. And for a lot of you, it may just be lacking confidence. And not just in your spell work, but also there are a few of you lacking confidence in your work, in your job position, and your ability to handle that position. Many of you are expecting a child or helping another woman with her pregnancy by getting things in order for her, or for the man, if it is, maybe a brother or uncle or someone in your family, a male in your family, and their significant others expecting a child. So you're helping out in that capacity. And a lot of you out there are concerned about your ability to parent, or at least to provide a stable and secure home life for your family. And for those of you who are facing these type of situations, the emotional or mental movement or responses to these situations is, first, you're starting out with a lot of anxiety. You are very anxious. You're very uncertain, and you're kind of shaky and just anxious with all this newness that is taking place in your life. You're pondering on your next move, and the only way to make the best move is to reflect on your past actions and reactions, to things of the past, and to remember to remain cool, calm, and collected as you focus on your desires and where you are headed. You don't want to overwhelm yourself, and remember to trust in the process by opening up and expressing your concerns without lashing out or holding on to it until it becomes a volcanic eruption. And the outcome, the possible outcomes for those of you who are dealing in this situation of uncertainty and anxiety, and having to go back and reflect upon your past actions. For a lot of you, you will gain wisdom. I mean, that's what happens. We gain wisdom by learning from our past experiences. And, and just to remember that we guide and lead others by our actions, and we display our maturity by what we decide to react to or not to react to in our lives. It's time to step into your power of position and step into your position of authority with humility, by making sure you have learned from your past missteps and triumphs. You don't just dwell on, your successes, but you also think upon your mistakes and how you could have dealt with it differently so that you can progress forward, as a wiser person who takes their time to consider their options, in order to make the best decision each and every time. It's a learning process, and we are continuously learning no matter how advanced or ascended of a master you are. As long as you're on this earth, we are learning and we are guiding and we are leading and we are following and we are the teachers as well as the students. So that's the beautiful thing. It's encouraging to know that you will be all right as long as you take that chance to learn what you did well and what you didn't quite do so well um, in your position of leadership or in whatever position you hold or in whatever you're trying to overcome and do better in this life. Also, in the other grouping, and you, as far as challenges and obstacles go, some of you out there are dealing dealing with the fact that you're not receiving the messages that are being sent to you. It could be spiritually, it can be actual messages like text messages or emails or different things like that. It can be things that maybe your ancestors have been trying to get to you, or even just people around you who've been trying to give you a message to help you out, and you just have not been receiving the messages clearly because you have not stilled your mind and focused in on your mission and what you are truly trying to accomplish. Everything is everywhere, and there needs to be order from that chaos. Some of you are seeking a spiritual advisor or a high priest of some sort to help you gain guidance and get back on your righteous path. You're very unsure of where your career is headed, where your romantic life is headed, where your family is headed, and the future is unclear and unknown. So, and there may be a draining energy at home that makes you not want to be at home. So, with that being said, of course, it's a challenge. It's something that you have to face and figure out how do you deal with this. And as far as your mental and emotional responses, for those of you who are dealing with this chaos in the home or this uncertainty in your home and its progress, you got the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Cups, and the Tower. So I'm feeling a lot of confused and nervousness because anything can happen. And usually, you Aries, usually you guys deal with challenges and spontaneous things rather well. But this time around, it's so uncertain that it feels like you're jumping from a mountain into a fog and you have no idea what's below you're simply trusting in the word of other people. Most likely your significant other or someone, you're just trusting in their word that it's going to be all right, that there's something soft and cushiony down below to soften your fall and to make it a fun trip down. And which is good. You should trust in them because they really do want to reassure you. And all that for this point, all that you feel like is that for sure there's going to be a major change. There's going to be a major shift, that is bound to take place at any moment. And the only way to properly prepare for that is to expect the unexpected and be okay with that. Be okay with not knowing every single minute detail, and be okay with entrusting in other people to be there for you. As far as the possible outcome, you got the 7, the sacred. So immediately this tells me that there's going to be great happiness and bliss available to you, Aries. This is Cancer season, and emotions can go anywhere, and they're always extreme. Which way they go, they're always extreme. And for you, it's going to be extremely happy. It's going to be extremely joyful and blissful. If you so choose to trust that it will be. And that's the beauty of this particular moment of uncertainty, is that the one thing you can expect is to be happy. And to take this opportunity to experience the joys of life, and most importantly, the excitement of the unknown. You are completing a cycle of creation, whether it's bringing another life into this world or simply recreating the new you and rebirthing it into this world. So, no matter what, you're completing a very important cycle of creation, and you're now able to rest and take inventory and to see what you have accomplished, what you have occurred and manifested into this world. Remember that the word sacred and the word sacrifice have the same root. Spirit is asking you to see what work you have done in order to deserve this break. What blessings have you brought to others? How has your life path so far been influenced by what you feel or know to be, you know, um, the work of goodness, of greatness, of your godliness? And if you're feeling restless and dissatisfied with your work, it is mostly it most likely because the work done was not the soul work, okay? It was not the work of the soul. It was not the work of the heart. It was most likely just the work for the sake of work, the work for the mundane. One usually feels restless because they are not following the path that they were wanting to do. This is basically the time to reevaluate what is near and dear to you, and to think about changing the path to encompass in some way your true work, to encompass um, some type of work, or some of the work that feeds the spirit. Okay. It's not always just about the bills. We do have a purpose. We do have a purpose here, in this lifetime. Each of us have our own. And for the final grouping under the hawk's eye, there's zero, the SU, also known for the challenge, very similar to Cancer, what they've received. And then there is the three of chalices. So off the bat, I feel like there's been a lot of arguments and disagreements, people just not seeing eye to eye on how to move your family forward, how to move your business forward, between you and your partner, or you and your significant other. There's possibly been some power struggles between authority figures, whatever it is, it's been driving you insane. And, but you continue to hold on, even though, it's tough, even through all this sporadic and inconsistent behavior and emotional outbursts of those around you. You desire success. You want to celebrate, and you want to enjoy life, and not have all these disagreements and arguments. There will be plenty of announcements of pregnancy this season for Aries, whether you are expecting a child, um, or someone close to you is expecting a child. Some of y'all have definitely having twins, because I see a lot of twos in this situation. Whatever it is, if you're pregnant, you're definitely wanting this to be over and done with, and you just want to have this baby. And many others of you are just really anxiously awaiting the birth of a child. And emotionally and mentally in your responses to this, there is something in particular that stuck out that I do want to take note of, especially with that Eshu being there, that trickster energy being there. There will be temptation, definitely will be temptation for all of you, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. But if you are associated with, or if you've been dealing with, or you are aware of someone who has it, Pisces, Virgo, Aries, or any air sign, that's Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, there has been some cheating, there has been some behind the scenes things, and it does not mean necessarily recently. It could have been something from the past that still keeps coming up, um, or just a past lover from the past that is going to pop out of nowhere and be a temptation to you, even if they don't have any of those sun signs. Is someone who is extremely tempting. They're offering adventure. They're offering you an escape from your responsibilities, an escape from your family and all that craziness going on at home. And it doesn't necessarily have to be kind of like a mistress type of situation. It could be a friend who's just trying to distract you from things, not knowingly, or maybe knowingly. Either way it goes, it's not for your good at all. And for some of you out there, it's definitely someone out there really trying to take you away from your home responsibilities and your duties. And essentially, they're being sneaky. They're being very deceptive. They're trying to take something away from you. To each its own, but remember that you've worked very diligently and very hard to obtain, whatever it is that you have obtained in life. And, you have to make sure that you fight for what is rightfully yours. Don't just allow it to just, don't just allow anyone to come up here and take what's yours, and, being aware of this will allow you not to get fooled so easily. Don't be tempted by the quick fix, that quick thrill, that thrill of the moment type of thing. I've always been told that most things that come fast don't last. So don't be deceived and tricked out of your blessings. If you want to take it from like a Bible reference, you can think of what's that man's name? The twins. Who are the twins? Why am I going blank right now? Y'all know the twins. I think it was Isaiah. No, not Isaiah. Oh, why I keep thinking Eshu, and that is not his name. Anyways, the two twins that was born, and one of the twins, with the help of his mother, he tricked the other twin out of his birthright. And so I am so mad I can't remember their two names, because one was like a real hunter. He was real, a macho man, and the other one was very quiet to the house. He liked to cook. I wouldn't say he was highly feminine. It was just a matter of he wasn't into all that, go and hunt type of, energy. He went about it in a different way, but he essentially tricked his twin brother, out of his his birthright. So don't be fooled. Be on your guard. Be on your guard. And it's very interesting that for the possible outcome, you got the 9 for the angst. So just remember, when you're desperate or unknowledgeable about something, you can be more easily led astray. So don't find yourself in a position where you're feeling desperate, or you're feeling you're not on guard, or you're not thinking straight, because that's when they're going to come in and they're going to try to get you for everything that you got. All right. So with that being said, that is the end of your reading, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I only did the cardinals. I'm only doing the cardinal signs, and then the bonus Virgo and Leo. But if none of your signs have been listed and you really want your other signs to be read, make sure you first go check out astro.com and get your free natal chart, so you can know what your sun sign is, what your moon sign is, what your rising sign is, and all the rest of your planetary alignments. And then you can come back here and listen to the other videos that correspond with those. And like I said, if you don't see yours listed, make sure to leave a comment below with your sun, moon, and rising signs, and I will make sure to get to those for the next season, which is Leo season. And then also, um, if you like this new format of me not doing the video, it takes so long to upload the videos. It's just better for me just to do the voiceover. So if you like this format a lot better, quick, simple, and straight to the point, go ahead and thumbs up the video and let me know that you like it. And, if anything resonated within this, reading for you, make sure to leave a comment below and let me know how it resonated with you and how you triumph. We're very triumphant this season. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear your battle stories and how you your wins and your losses. But either way it goes, I love, love, love y'all. Have a beautiful Cancer season. And till the next time, keep trailblazing on. All right, y'all. Peace.